Hi my friends, welcome to Canadian Immigration Channel. Well, it's a very interesting video because being a proponent of sort of self-studied immigration myself, I usually say that, well, you do not necessarily need to use an immigration specialist, you do not necessarily need to use an immigration lawyer, you do not even have to come to us and hire us for your immigration if you know what you're doing and if you have a clear plan and a pathway how to immigrate to Canada. So those marketing strategies, when they're saying, look, you will not be successful without anybody, most of these strategies are complete BS. So if you know what you're doing, feel free to do it by yourself, right? This channel is dedicated for you, to you, right, to that clear and transparent immigration. Now, there are a few examples where it might look like having an immigration specialist is sort of mandatory, where immigration officers are not behaving the way you would expect it from them. The first and foremost is quite unpredictable immigration officers of Alberta. Usually when it comes to the worst immigration specialists, I would say that, well, Saskatchewan is number one. Usually they're the ones who will be going as far as, I would say, very close to a lie and saying, well, you have not uploaded this document even though you clearly knew that you did, right? So you refused and you are not even given a chance to appeal this refusal, and so on and so on. Now, here are a few examples from Alberta. Example number one, Alberta refuses an application of a person. Let's put it this way. Alberta approves the person, so that's in a separate case. Approves the person is absolutely happy, gets him or herself 600 points in express entry. Now, express entry glitch comes in, right? For some odd reason, express entry case is cancelled. So, well, it happens. I mean, express entry is not perfect. Well, it's still an electronic system. Sometimes it gets glitchy, not a problem. So the case is recreated. Now you're going back to Alberta and says, hey, look, this is what happened. This is the clearly glitch, right? Can I please attach my invitation, which you issued to me half an hour ago, to new express entry profile? And the answer from Alberta, nope. No, we will not be able to do it because we are not able to do it compared to all other provinces which do that. So in this case, well, you feel free to resubmit your application to Alberta, and maybe within 6-7 months we will approve it or deny it. Well, but in this case, unfortunately, we will not work with you. It's a clear pathway where an immigration specialist can help you go to an ombudsman or even go into court to defend your case, right? Another interesting case was this week as well. Alberta is refusing an application stating, look, we gave you time to answer our concerns. You were not addressing our concerns, so we are refusing your application. Now, the thing is, you have never received those concerns, right? There was absolutely nothing in your junk folder and spam folder, absolutely nothing. And even Alberta is going as far as saying, well, you know what, we will not repeat that email, we will not tell you what it was, you just did not address our concerns, so we are canceling your application. That is another officer of Alberta. It's not the same person. It's two cases happened within the last couple of weeks, and I'm just giving you an example that how Alberta officers are processing cases and what's going on in there, how they're keen to attract immigrants to their province while refusing people for absolutely no reason. Of course, people came to us, we're dealing with them, we're rectifying the situation, we're dealing directly with ombudsman, we're considering an option of going to federal court, but this is a perfect example where you might actually need an immigration specialist working with you. Another interesting example is from federal government, right? It's just sort of to underscore and tell you that, well, it's not only provincial officers, federal officers are making interesting moves as well. So here's an example which happened like about a few weeks ago as well. From federal government, when they're saying, hey, look, we're missing one bit of information before we finalize your application, will you please respond to us? So the response is sent to federal government within 6 to 7 hours. So the response is received, and within 6 to 7 days, federal government or officers are saying, you know what, we're refusing your application because we did not hear back from you. Wait a second, what do you mean? Right? So, well, you sent an application, you clearly quoted your name and email, but you know what, we're not sure it was you, so we're refusing your application. Interestingly enough, so we're going for reconsideration and asking for case review of the file. The case review is rejected. Now we have to go to court and bring the application for judicial review, so sort of have the third party, right, to bring the case back for processing where it's supposed to be. So these are one of the few examples, but I'm not sure what is going on. Is it way too hot in Canada? Is the heat kind of affecting their officers' decisions? But it seems to be happening more and more often from people who are coming to us and they're giving us examples of those cases which were refused unjustly. So over and over again, I don't remember even one single year when it happens so many cases in a row. Not trying to scare you off, but if you would need help, if you see that your case was refused unjustly, feel free to drop us a line. We'll see what it is, we will estimate it. I'm not giving you 100% promise that we will be able to fix it. It really depends on whether or not there was an error in law in the processing. But if you're looking to at least have an estimate, feel free to send us an email and hopefully we will be able to help you.